It's, look, first let me, a general comment, why I consider science as part of diplomacy. When you represent a developing country and you are posted abroad, you are trying to identify all the different issues, activities that can help to promote economic growth, social development in your own country, in order to try to not just to improve the quality of the life of the people, but also improve the institutions that we have. And it's and that you have different areas to work, multilateral or bilateral. I started in the early days of my career in FAO, World Food Program, in Rome, when you have all the food and agriculture institutions. And Argentina has excellent research institutions, that is INTA, our National Institute for Development of the Agriculture, of Technical Agriculture it's called. And it's that they have something unique. They don't do just extension, they don't use the research, but they link that with extension. Usually in all the research activities in agriculture, they do research totally divorced for extension. In Argentina, you do that, and we have a very large country with different type of land tenancy systems, different type of crops that you produce, different type, so that you can accommodate, you do tailor programs accommodated to what are the needs of the regions which they are. And they have 2,000 researchers and extensionists, if you want to put it that way. So basically, what was my role when I just joined FAO? I said, okay, how we can utilize the multilateral institutions and at policy and an operational level in order to try to link with my research institution. And so and I'm talking already about the 80s. So, and we did a very good programs, also using, not also for our own purposes, but also to promote our own institutions through the technical cooperation programs of the FAO that goes worldwide to try to solve problems of hunger, malnutrition, and different areas. Same thing when I was in the UN in the 90s. I was working also for UNDP, United Development Program, United Nations Development Program, and also the same concept was used, not focusing only in agriculture, but try to use science and technology of part of the programs that developing countries can use in order to promote their own objectives. When I was posted for a bilateral post in South Africa, that was between 2005 and 2015, I spent more than 10 years there, South Africa plus other Southern African countries. I did say, the first thing that you do is a diagnosis of the country, how you can complement with your own. And I saw mainly in those countries that the problem of the lack of the low levels of production, of agricultural production, was not related to the political problems, but the type of technologies that they were using. So I started to work with INTA in order to promote with the commercial farmers and with the research institutions how to use no-till technologies in order to improve their own crops, that they were using Argentinian technologies developed in Argentina were sustainable because they were environmental much more efficient, and also from the productive point of view was. So my point is that all along my 40 years of career, you see that science and technology is part of your activities. But the final objective is how you use that to create links between the country, your country that you represent, to improve the situation there, and the ones that's the situation and the country in which you are. And also, there is an additional benefit of that. When you're doing that, you do also try to have institutional connections and connections between people, between experts or scientists. And that creates links that stay forever, that goes beyond the activity of the government.
Scientists working together, how to understand then this at the global level in diplomacy? What do we need to do, or a diplomat as you, how to promote this?
Well, for instance, you have instruments to do that at multilateral level if you want. Besides what we did. At bilateral level, we did I did with the countries that I was representing as ambassador previous, and now here with different term of reference, because you are here I'm posted to the fifth economy in the world, so it's totally different one. And but you have different instruments if you want. That is program of actions that you can develop at the United Nations level. That can be multilateral, full multilateral, I mean global, or you can have your own programs at regional level or sub-regional level. Or you can do bilateral, but that's, the point is, my point is another. Usually people think that diplomats are just doing connections with governments at political level. The one who does that is a bad diplomat, doesn't understand how the real world works. And basically you need contact with universities, you need to be in contact with academic institutions, you need to be with civil society in general. The time that you dedicate to the government is just to do the institutional framework or to generate the policy, but operationally you need to work on both levels. When you are posted abroad, basically you are representing the country, but you are you have a lot of room to develop the initiatives that you want. That means that you develop the policy and how to, or the operational dimension of it, how you instrument that. An initiative like Shaping Horizons is a very good one because put at policy level this kind of concept. So that's why when Matthias came and presented the idea, we were very, very much supportive from the beginning. So so working with UK, it's in 2016 already, we did at the government level a memo of understanding on science and technology, but linked to specific objectives. It's not just to sign a paper. It's just identify priorities that we did in the area of medicine, in the area of paleontology, new materials, and 3 or 4 that they were really able to produce something. And one was already, or one of them was traduced in a specific investment in Argentina in a laboratory linked with certain specific research.
Yeah. So you've been in Shaping Horizons, or since the beginning in a way, right? Or Matthias has been like in touch with you. So what do you see in Shaping Horizons? Why supporting Shaping Horizons?
Well, it's first, well, you have the prestige of Cambridge developing this initiative that is very good to promote the concept. Second is, in the case of this specific program, is bringing young people, is going to, in my view, change the perception of what diplomats can do, and maybe attract people from young generations, young leaders, with this approach that also is linking, because when you're talking about science, nothing wrong about social science, but when I see the profile of the people who are here that is more linked to hard science, that is something sometimes diplomats say, no, I don't want hard science, it's too complicated. No, on the contrary. So if you want to solve bottlenecks of the problems that we have in our countries for its different reasons, institutional or economic, or it's particular situations that you have in developing countries, working with universities like this one, with young leaders, and it's going to also help to unblock the bottlenecks that you have for the institutional and economic and social development in our own countries. So whatever this experience can be transferred at regional level, in the case of Latin America, not just from the policy point of view, but also from the operational point of view, it will be a fantastic contribution to our own development.
What to expect from the week? What to tell to these young people engaging with this process?
Well, let's put it another way. Let's see, also for me, the learning experience is to listen them which are the problems that they want to solve. And based on my experience, if I can help, obviously I will do that. But it's, having young professionals involved in trying to solve social problems that has a technical side. It's you need math, you need physics to solve concrete things in environment, in housing, in infrastructure, different things. It's being them conscious about these issues and having the instruments and the tools in order to solve these problems, which is a great thing. So basically, I'm here not just to answer questions, but also to learn from the questions, because I will understand which are the priorities that they themselves are concerned.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you very
Good.
much.
Thank
Thanks.
you.